Hi, I'm Diana Sato. Let's get right to breaking news. The U.S. military says it has now seized a second Venezuela-linked ship in international waters. U.S. Southern Command says it took control of a sanctioned ship conducting what it's called illegal activities, or illicit activities, rather, in the Caribbean this morning. Earlier, the U.S. European Command said it had seized another oil tanker in the North Atlantic. The U.S. sanctioned that ship in 2024 for allegedly carrying Hezbollah-owned cargo and providing support to Iran. It's also suspected of being part of Russia's so-called shadow fleet used to avoid sanctions. Now, sources tell ABC News the Trump administration plans to oversee the sale of Venezuela's oil indefinitely. Let's bring in senior Pentagon reporter Louis Martinez and ABC contributor, former UK national security official Steve Hill for more. Hi, Louis. What's the latest?
That story, but Fox News saying breaking, U.S. military has seized a fifth oil tanker in the Caribbean. The U.S. Navy and Marine Corps carried out a surprise early morning mission to stop and take control of a Russian oil tanker. Working with Homeland Security, the military used several massive warships to surround the vessel and stop, quote, illegal activity near our borders. That is according to officials. Now, we also have some video that is coming into our newsroom showing that. This, again, is coming from Secretary Kristi Noem with the Department of Homeland Security. You can see the seizure of the ship there on your screen. And this video about 3.5 minutes in length. So a lot of details that you can capture here in those images. And Secretary Noem writing alongside the video, quote, "The world's criminals are on notice." Early this morning, the USCG, the Coast Guard there,
The United States says it has seized another Venezuelan oil tanker. The Olena is on multiple countries' sanctions lists. It is the third tanker seized by the U.S. just this week. The Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, posted this. She said the vessel was suspected of carrying embargoed oil after departing from Venezuela. And you can see the operation with those military figures there silhouetted having boarded that vessel. Let's speak to our South America correspondent, Ione Wells. She's actually in Bogota, having interviewed Colombia's president, and we'll have more on that interview in a moment. But Ione, let me ask you about this latest seizure, because we've had 3 just this week as the Americans tighten their grip.
That's right. This is now the 5th operation of this kind. And this was a ship that was called the Olena tanker. It was in the Caribbean near Trinidad and Tobago. And what we've heard from the US is that they've accused it of carrying sanctioned oil. Now, it's not exactly clear where this oil was necessarily destined for. Essentially, what we do know is that this left Venezuela last week loaded with oil. It was now returning to Venezuela loaded with oil. Now, one thing that's